11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Wars, countless strikes, natural disasters, the Texas Rangers winning the World Series, Aaron Rodgers tearing his Achilles. All these things happened while the A2Z program was on hiatus this summer. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? We're back. Returning from the greatest walkabout since David Carradine in Kung Fu. Remember that show? That was a Bruce Lee show, but they took it away from him because he was Asian. That's pretty fucked up. But at least David Carradine went on to play Kill Bill. That was pretty cool. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor, my pleasure to introduce to you the man back at the helm for the A2Z program, Mr. Arick Zanz.
I'm back! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the A2Z program. I am your host. I am back. I am AZ. And you all know, without AZ, wait a minute. Let me redo that. And you all know, AZ can't be without his number one man next to him, the greatest co-host of all time, and he's right here. I'm going to do it with the magic of the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, snap my fingers, Mr. Tim Tabala.
Whoa, we're back, baby.
Oh,
We're
Tim,
back.
it's been a long time.
It's been way too long, my friend.
It's been way too long.
We have a lot of shit to talk about.
Jesus H. Christ, do we have a lot of shit to talk about? I can't believe. Yeah, the greatest walkabout of all time. I mean, I make Crocodile Dundee look like some guy waiting for the bus. You kidding me? It was crazy, man. Crazy. What a crazy summer. What a crazy year it's been. This is fucked up.
And this year flew by.
Oh my God, dude.
Flew by.
It seems like just the other day, it was like the end of January. And now all of a sudden we're into November and it's almost like the following January. It's just crazy.
Thanksgiving, fucking 3 weeks away.
3 weeks away is Thanksgiving. I can't even believe it. And I don't even know what I'm doing for Thanksgiving. I don't even care. But what I do care about is being back here with you. We are back with the A2Z program, and everybody knows anything goes. And this is a special one because we're back, and we have aptly named this. I gotta credit Tim with this one because you said, you're like, you know what? Since it's our triumphant return, we should just do a free-for-all. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is Free-for-all Friday. Free-for-all Friday. You know what it means? It means anything goes, anything you want. You want to ask us something? We're going to talk about shit. We don't care. We're going for it. We're going all in, all out, all over. And let me tell you something. This is going to be this. I think it's Tony Schiavone. Was it Tony Schiavone that once said, this might be the greatest night in the history of our illustrious. I guess this is a sport. No,
greatest night in the history of our sport.
Yeah, greatest night in the history of our sport, our broadcast sport. But Tim, I got to tell you, I find myself. It's a little thing that I do because we still get the New York. Nobody reads the newspapers anymore. At least up here, nobody reads the newspapers anymore. Everybody gets everything off the internet. But I always find myself browsing the New York newspapers, particularly the Post and the Daily News. And I just can't. I mean, I think about you all the time because there's always on the front, there's a stabbing, like a double homicide, a fucking nuns being raped, fucking children being thrown out of buildings. It's like, dude, that's like New York is like, what the fuck is going on here? Dude, as a guy, as you're the man down there, you're the literal man in the middle of all the action. What is it like now? Let's go from 4 years ago to now. I mean, I know it wasn't great. New York is New York, but at least for a long time, it was pleasant.
Well, you got to start. It's not so much the people.
Right.
We've had back-to-back mayors that just have their heads up their asses.
Whew.
Both of them. They took the power, and I don't want to get too political, but they took the power away from the police.
They did.
So now people just don't give a shit anymore.
How do people tell me something? How do you you and I are apolitical. We don't really take sides on anything, but I got to be honest with you. How do you take away powers of police who are supposed to protect and serve you, who do, by the way, do a good job? I mean, and it's the NYPD, dude. It's the greatest police force in the world, bar none. How do you limit and shackle their powers and expect the city? It's the biggest city in the United States. It's like the 10th or something biggest city in the world. I mean, excluding all those Asian cities that have like 2,855 billion people in it. This is the greatest city in the world. And how do you limit the powers of the police? How do you do it? And then, I know you're going to have the Republicans are going to say like, oh, Jesus H. Christ, all the goddamn liberals and blah, blah, blah. And then you're going to got the liberals say, oh, dude, don't hurt him when you put the handcuffs on him. It's like, there has got to be a middle ground. I'm doing the suck it. There's got to be a middle ground somewhere, man. But like, holy fuck, you got to have police. You got to let them do their job. I mean, if you're breaking the law, the fucking cops got to rough you up. I mean, Jesus. I mean, it's okay for you to take a fucking club to an old woman crossing the street, but then when you get arrested, you can't harm the guy. You can't rough him up a little bit. I think that's bullshit.
I think it's bullshit too.
I think that's bullshit. I think it's bullshit because
I got to ask one time, what if a police officer came up to you and and hit you and roughed you up? I said, well, you know what? I've probably done something in my life. I deserve a little bit of a beating. I'm fine with it as long as it's not a constant thing. Look, we have bad police. Guess what? You have bad firemen. You have bad Walmart workers. You have bad fucking DJs. You have bad construction workers. It's all the same. But the police need leeway. They need a little because now imagine this back in the 50s, dude. Like these kids will go up to these cops and give them the finger, say "fuck you," spit on them, do whatever they, and the cops got to stand there and take it. Can't do nothing.
I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. And you know what? I've always said to these people that want to do that, they're like, "Oh, fuck the police and defund the police and fuck, whatever." It's like, well, okay, wait a minute. So when you're getting mugged, okay, when you're walking home from the fucking latte store with your fucking typewriter and your fucking rotary phone and your fucking, your glass jar of fucking relish and whatever the fuck else you have when you're a hipster, when you start getting mugged and you want the police to come and they're not there because you defunded them, what is your excuse then?
No excuse. That's the whole point.
Exactly. There is no excuse.
It's irrational. It's irrational to everything.
And I've asked, people that, they tend to believe in that ideal. I asked them that. You know what they tell me? 90% of the answers that I get are, well, that's just an, how do they put it? Let me find the big word here. That's just an unreasonable situation to come up with. That just, I said, Have you ever ridden the subway? Have you ever waited for the? I was down there visiting Tim 4 years ago before COVID, and I saw a fucking bum taking a piss off the fucking bus. He just walked down the stairs in front of everybody and took a piss off the bus.
Yep.
Pissing on the sidewalk.
That's like old news now.
Well, yeah, that's yeah.
I'm so used to that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to be.
Oh no, of course not.
No, somebody should be putting one fucking right upside of his jaw and fucking throwing him in the clank.
The last two mayors we have, including the one we have now, they're racist pricks. They we gotta stop the police beatings and all this other shit. So it's perfectly okay for these kids to do whatever the hell they want. I mean, they're smoking on the subways, they're hopping the train style every day. They do whatever they want to do, and the police just have to stand there and take it until they do an actual violent crime. What's considered a violent crime, I guess, would be like an actual assault. Can't do a damn thing about it. Imagine the 50s, you gave the cop a finger, he'll break your fucking jaw.
Oh, dude, you would get the fucking that billy club would be so far up your ass it would be tickling your tonsils. It's not even a question. Even in the 70s,
that is where it starts. That is where it starts.
And
now the mayor brings in, hey, let's bring in migrants from other countries. Let's prop them up on our sidewalks.
Yeah.
And
what's that about?
Dude, that's just, and you want to guess what? How bad has crime gone up in those areas? Ridiculous amounts.
Yeah,
100% of crime is up in those areas.
And you want to know what it is? It's half. It isn't even. You can almost not blame the migrants themselves because, sure, they cross the border and they want to get whatever, but so they say, okay, now we're just going to take you and throw you somewhere where you've never been in front of all these people you don't know and you don't speak the language. Tim, what are you going to do to survive? You're gonna fuck around and fucking and steal and rob and do what you have to do. So, in essence, yes, they're part of the problem, but the real problem, in my eyes, are the people handling it.
No, and it's not just that too, though. It's you don't screen anybody.
You don't screen anybody.
So you may have 100 great people who want to come here and work and be nice, but the other 100 may just be violent criminals.
Mm-hmm. They might be leaving their home country for a reason.
Jeremiah, no, as far as I'm concerned, that guy's out of here because he tried to take my job.
Yeah.
So I don't want to ever see him again. I heard he did a good job though, and he was. He was a good looking guy, I heard. But other than that, I want him out.
Handsome fella, and very well spoken, and he, I mean, for what he had to do, he did a good job. I mean, he's definitely. He wasn't by no means glued to that seat. I mean, he was a little nervous. He'd never done it before, but I said, you know what, Mr. Queens is old acquaintance of mine. I said, you know what the hell, while Timmy's under suspension, we'll do what we got.
In case anyone is wondering, that's all old news. It's water under the bridge. Me and Steve Ferracci are good. After several hours of arbitration and lawyers and all that kind of crap and HR meetings and sensitivity training, which I graduated with flying colors.
Yeah, I heard Jim Cornette even posted a letter of recommendation for you.
Yes, I got a lot of nice recommendation letters from people, so I promise I will not offend Christmas elves, asparagus lovers, or the state of West Virginia ever again. Because it's a weird combo, but it's just a weird day. It was a weird day that day. That's all.
It was a weird day, and everybody wants their piss to smell funny. So eat asparagus. That's what's going to do it. So yeah, what else we got going on? Let's just break right into it. There's a war going on over in the Middle East.
Hello, Carolyn.
Again, Carolyn. Yes, late night fun, Carolyn. Always. There's a war going on in the Middle East again, and it's over the invisible man in the sky again. And I just can't, for the life of me, sometimes you don't even know where to start with shit like this. It's like,
Because because it's the same shit over and over again.
And it has been, Tim. It's the same thing over and over. And it's great how they sensationalize it in the fucking news now. It's like this appalling thing that just happened out of nowhere. It's like, fucking, where the fuck have you been for the last 100 fucking years? All these people do every 15 years is fucking fight. I mean, Jesus Christ.
That's what I was wondering. Like, what set it off this time? Like, everything was, I mean, it's never calm. It's never quiet. But what set it off to this point?
I don't know.
Like I said, every 10, 15 years, like you just said, shit just blows up, and there's bombs and missiles. And
yeah, they start sending missiles. They start fucking beheading people and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, there you go again. You're not supposed to talk ill of any other country or sect of people.
I'm on probation. I'm sorry.
Well, you're not supposed. Yeah, I understand that, but it's like these two groups of people, these two countries. Is that right? Their country, Palestine, and the state of Palestine and the state of Israel, hate each other. Okay, so we're. This is my land. You're on my land. No, that's my land. Blah blah blah. I'm just gonna blow it up. Okay, so now I heard they were killing children. The Hamas were killing children. That's
kidnapping children and stuff.
Kidnapping children, killing them, raping fucking women, ages fucking whatever to whatever, and that's fucking unacceptable.
I don't know if you've seen it was a YouTube video or it's all over the place. There was a Arab gentleman going around New York. In New York, they posted up pictures. Missing kidnapping pictures saying missing. My child was kidnapped, whatever, by Hamas. Pictures all over the city of people who actually were taken by them. You had this one Arab gentleman ripping the things off the poles.
Really?
And some guy, which again, he's prototypical New Yorker, said, "Don't you dare rip that off the fucking. Who the fuck do you think? This is New York, baby. New Yorkers always have to say they're from New York. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Yes,
you're always going to throw it. I'm from New York. I'm from Queens. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from the Bronx. They have to. It's part of our ingrained DNA.
It's ingrained in your culture. If you're from New York, you're telling us you're from New York.
Exactly. We're going to tell you at least twice. Either we're going to tell you like what neighborhood we're from, like what borough, or just say New York in general.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't mean upstate New York. We mean New York, New York.
Yeah. There's only really when you get down there, there's only one New York. If you're talking about anywhere up here, it's upstate.
Exactly. So yeah, this guy was, and this guy almost got the shit beat out of him by like 10 people. 10 people surrounded him. He almost shit his pants because he was like, "I'm not doing anything." Like, we just saw you ripping these pictures off the pole. Who the hell are you? Who are you to do that? And he's like, So
the Arab gentleman, he retracted.
He retracted right away because he got surrounded by a bunch of guys who were ready to beat the shit out of him.
Well, I mean, you get a bunch of goombas and a bunch of fucking mad Irish fucking, garbage men. I mean, you're fucked, dude.
I was just told by my friend that Monday or Tuesday, which is going to be fucking fun for the trains, they're having a major protest or something on the west side, 72nd Street maybe and up. I'm at 66th Street. Let's hope it stays at 72nd and goes up. Don't come down by me because
me.
I ain't dealing with that shit.
And Tim, I always say this, and this is like my answer in New York to everything, but I'm telling you, like, I really wish, like, the mafia still had somewhat of a fucking real presence. Because listen, man, I understand that mafia, they've done bad things, whatever. But and a lot of them were psychopathic murderers, yeah. But on the other hand,
they kept shit in line.
Things were kept in line. The businessman who might have been a prick wasn't really a prick. The street hoods who acted out, you didn't act out on Bath Avenue or down in Bensonhurst or
safest neighborhoods in the city during the John Gotti era was wherever he was. Ozone Park, the Ravenite in Brooklyn. No crime. Leave your doors unlocked. Leave your keys in the car. No one's coming into that neighborhood.
What about the Bergen Hunt and Fish? Where's that?
That's by me. That's not too far from me.
That's not too far from you.
Next time you come, we're going. We're going to go to the Bergen Hunt and Fish.
We got to go to the Bergen. We have to. I think we went by it The one time
We did one time
near it.
when we were coming up from the casino. I said, look, from the party. I said, look, right down there is Bergen Hunt and Fish.
That's exactly right. Yep, I remember that. But yeah, no, and I know that Gotti ruined it. Like Gotti, I hate saying it because I've watched, and I'm like you, I love watching mob documentaries, and I try to educate myself.
There's a new one. Did you see it? Getting Gotti.
I started watching it. It's a multiple parts, right?
Yeah, 3 episodes. It's good.
Yeah, I got 1.5. I got the first one, and I got half the second one. That's a good idea. Maybe tonight I'll finish it.
It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. Nothing new about the major stuff, but a lot of cool insight from the grunts, like the guys who actually broke in and set the bugs.
Yeah,
you get to hear from them, so that's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool. And there's, like you said, the ways they went about it. But dude, Gotti fucked up.
Yeah, because he's too flamboyant. He
was too flamboyant. He was too look at me. He all but said I'm a mafia godfather. I mean, he didn't, of course, but he. The Teflon Don, the Dapper Don, the painted ties, the fucking coiffed hair.
Jaime. What's up, brother? How are you?
How you doing? It's like, I mean,
Well, Arick, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you again.
That's okay.
But I have a bone to pick with Jaime. Are you still here?
Jaime, you here?
Are you here? Let's see if he's still here. Anyway, even if he's not here, I have a bone to pick because Steve Faraci sends out a message that I got suspended for a contract on becoming a Pop Culture Pros member.
Mm-hmm.
And Arick needs a co-host. Jaime tried to swoop in and take my spot, man.
He did.
What's up with that, Jaime? That's
Jaime, the fucking seat wasn't even cold, and you were fucking trying to jump in it?
Yeah, the body wasn't even fucking cold yet.
Holy
shit.
Gone.
I think he's gone already.
Tim wasn't even out the door, and Jaime was fucking climbing through the window.
Saying, I need this job.
Holy shit, Jaime. I can't believe you.
Yep.
I can't believe you. I'm appalled, Jaime. I'm appalled. It is messed up. But, back to the mob. You didn't, and this is true. I mean, I don't care how I know everybody's going to perceive the mob as these vicious killers and this and that, which I'm not saying they are. I've seen enough. Like I've seen the Mobsters series on A&E, like Tommy Karate Patera. He was bad. Who's the other guy? I can't remember his name, but there's 100 of them. But a lot of them, like you said, they kept.
Oh, Roy DeMeo,
Roy DeMeo, Crazy Joe Gallo.
Even Tommy DeSimone, the guy from Joe Pesci.
Tommy DeSimone.
He was a fucking lunatic. He was a lunatic.
He was fucking. What about the two guys, Vic and Gas, Vic Amuso and Gas Pipe Casso?
Gas Pipe. Yeah.
Oh, he was a fucking.
They were all nuts.
They were all fucking nuts. But you know what? Like you said, you didn't fuck. Honestly, if you didn't fuck with them, they didn't fuck with you. Like, well, they kind of did because they got a little crazy. Like they were just shooting people just to shoot them. And that's what a lot of the real mob guys didn't like that. And that's when they went into hiding because they were like, fuck, man. Now we got the old art. Because, they were giving them away. And then they ended up becoming informants anyway. Now, that's the fucked up thing, Tim. To cap off this mafia thing. They fucking turned on each other so fast. Like, I just can't believe. Hey, what about Gus Faraci? A relative of the boss.
Mm-hmm.
He was involved. He was a grunt. Wasn't he a soldier or something? Yeah. I don't think he's a made man or anything, but
I've told the story before. My aunt had a sandwich shop a block away from the Bergen. John, I believe, was already in jail. Peter was running the show. Gotti. I'm talking like I know them, but this is true. And my mother worked at that shop, and she would tell us the stories. Like Peter would come in to the shop for a sandwich. There were no really seats there for people. It was like one of those shops where you get your sandwich, get the hell out.
Yeah.
But when Peter decided that he wanted to eat, you brought out the table and the chair, and he sat there with his goons, with the soda, with the drink, ate it, got up and left. Whenever an out-of-towner would stop by, you come into the shop to get a sandwich. You're in the neighborhood doing work. But if you were of a certain shade, and you went into like one of the stores, especially like my aunts, they told the story all the time. Couple darker skinned gentlemen came in to get a sandwich. They were workers, they were phone guys, I think. But all of a sudden, out the door, you can see you had 6 or 7 finely dressed Italian men outside the store, making sure no shit was going to go down.
Ooh,
I mean, that's cool, but it's it's racist, of course, but it's free security for the neighborhood.
And you know what? I'm sure that I'm just gonna speak for them. I'm sure that if it were any other suspicious person of any other skin color, they would have done the same thing.
Oh no, outsiders are just not welcome.
Outsiders are not welcome. I mean, and they can sniff you out. Like when I'm in the city, I don't care how cool I look with my leather jacket and eating my donuts and shit. Everybody knows I'm not from the city. It doesn't matter how I play it. Doesn't matter how cool I am. Everybody knows I'm not.
Well, I tell people all the time, don't ever, whoever comes into the city, don't look at a map. Don't pull out a map and just start going.
Oh,
just put a fucking bullseye on your back if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
You download it onto your phone and look at your phone.
Yeah.
And even then, step to the side. Don't sit in the middle of the sidewalk with a fucking subway map going, where am I going? You'll die. They'll kill you.
Let's see. C train. What does that mean?
Yeah, that's it. It's like you might as well just put a bullseye on your back.
Yeah. It's like the time, well, I always got to relive it, Tim. The time I went to, Red Hook?
Yeah.
Turn around. Get back on the train.
Now.
What do? I get out and go to a bar and have a beer with it. Jesus Christ. I can't believe I did that. Well, the more I spoke to you when I finally got service when I was out of the tunnel, and you're talking, and the more you're talking, the more I'm like, I'm sticking out like a sore thumb around here. I don't think I'm very welcome. I think I'm going to go back down. And you're like, get on the train and go back to Brooklyn.
They probably thought at first you were a cop.
Yeah, probably.
That was probably the first initial thought. Look at this cop trying to be like all undercover and shit. Like, you easily sniff him out.
Oh yeah, no, they totally made me like I was, it was either like I had like the soft underbelly or like you said, they thought I was a cop. One of the two. But
definitely,
yeah, that was bad. But yeah, no, they sniff you out. I know they do because it's just like anywhere, even like up here, you can see. Like, especially back in the day, if you were from the city, we could tell you were from the city. And you weren't, because let's face it.
I stuck out when I first moved there. I stuck out.
Yeah, because let's face it. There's a stereotype up here. It's a simpler life. People dress differently, talk differently. Things go about differently, and it's the same in the city. It's like someone from like when I was coming down a lot. And I would tell people, my adventures that we'd have and stuff like that. Like a lot of people up here, believe it or not, Tim, a lot of people up here still have not been to New York. They still have not been to New York. And they're like, why would you want to go there? I was like, because my buddy's there. Like, why would I not want to go there? And they're like, well, I heard New York's, heard that's a terrible place. I'm like, anywhere's a terrible place. I said, fucking Binghamton's fucking just as bad. I mean, come on. That's what I don't understand about these people. Like, they're all afraid to go to New York. By statistics, Binghamton is worse than fucking New York. I mean, dude, just the other day, let me see. How many shootings were there the week before? I think there were like 4 shootings, 4 stabbings. Like, I can't even tell you how many beatings, because there's like the morning, noon, and night news between them. There were like 2. It's like, it's terrible, dude. And it's right in the area that Lauren and I always go to. Like there's an Agway down there that we go to. There's a CVS that she uses for her prescriptions. It's right down in the hood, and dude, it's the fucking hood.
I use CVS too.
Oh, but dude, this is bad down in this area, man. It's like off Robinson, over by what's the street your friend Matt lives off, Lauren? Who? Ely Street, like Ely. And it's over by Cortez Restaurant. Dude, it's so bad. It's so bad. And
Well, like our news, your normal ABC, NBC, they're too stuck on the big stories. If you want real New York news, there's a station called New York One down here. That's the one you got to watch because that goes borough to borough and will tell you
really,
everything you need to know. Yeah, like NBC is more about the fucking the war, the protesting,
yeah,
everything going on now with that. With the New York One will be like Queens news. This guy was shot. This guy was stabbed. This guy this. There's a parade tomorrow. Brooklyn news. Bronx. So it's pretty cool.
okay. New York One. I never knew that. You know what's fucked up though? Speaking of newscasters, I was watching that Nora O'Donnell? She, like, I thought newscasters were supposed to be unbiased and like whatever. Like,
not anymore.
Not that I like who's the guy in Florida, Rick DeSantis. Not that I like the guy. He's kind of a douchebag. But like, she was openly like fucking against him. And like, she wasn't being objective. She wasn't being fair. Like, it almost like she had him on there to roast him. And it's like that's shitty journalism, man. Whether you like the guy or not, like, whether you like the guy or not, like, be fair and objective about it. I mean, he is a governor of a state,
Not fair no more.
and your job as a professional journalist is to be fair and balanced and objective. I mean, sure, ask the questions like, why did you say this about women? Okay. But don't be like, you said this. Did you mean it? Why did you say it? That's not what you said. And it's like, she was just turning the whole thing around on him. And look, I would have started acting like a dick too. Like I said, I don't agree with 99% of what the man represents. I think he's a complete fucking asshole. But, like, I thought that was very, very, like, that just, like, she lost a lot of. I didn't have much respect for her to begin with, so let's just face it. I don't have any respect for her at all. But what little bit that I had for watching it, I lost it right there. Jaime's back.
Jaime, I'm glad you're back.
Yeah,
I heard you trying to take my job.
Yeah, Tim's got
the video came on that I got suspended, and I heard you were trying to jump right into my seat. Is that true?
Yeah. Is that true, Jaime?
You took don't be taking my job, man.
The seat wasn't even cold yet, man.
I understand if you want to come on and do a little wrestling talk, that's fine. But don't take my job. See, look, he admits it.
There's not even a hiccup. Boom.
Gotta take my job, man.
Oh, Jaime.
I know you're always welcome to come on the show, but that's not right.
Yeah. That's Kenny Omega shit.
Now I got to deal with this Mr. Queens guy, and now I got to deal with you too. That's not right. That's no fun.
Mr. Queens, holy shit, his presence is everywhere. Here we go again, Tim. Why do we always look like our eyes are closed? Like my eyes are wide open right now.
I know. I always get, oh, you're sleeping. I'm not sleeping. This is how I look.
Yeah, now I'm going like this. I look like I got the bug eyes. It's like I go like this. Looks like I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I did too. I was sleeping.
You are unique. Hey, Jaime, speaking of unique, you know what the best way to get it? I live upstate and a lot of people hunt up here. You know how the best way to get a very rare, like if you find the biggest buck and he's there, you know how you get him? You sneak up on him.
Ba-dum-bum. Wanted
to support my guy. All right, Jaime, I can respect that. Wanting to make sure I was good. I get it. But you were walking on the.
I feel like I have a fucking vulture now, like standing behind me.
Yeah, I mean, you cut across his lawn, man, without asking. Like, ooh, you went right to the boss.
It's all right.
Holy fuck!
I understand. It's all right. I understand where I stand now.
Look at him, Jaime. Hey, you got to give it to Jaime. He's not backtracking. He's
maybe you and Mr. Queens can start your own show.
Oh, the Mr. Queens and Jaime show. I actually like the sound of that.
You can make it all about the luchas and all that stuff.
Yeah. Talk about Lizmark Jr. and who are some good luchadors? Lizmark Jr., Psychosis, La Parca.
La Parca.
Parca. He was the one. He had the chair. He played the guitar with.
He did the guitar, the funny dance.
Yeah, it was great. It was fucking great. Speaking of funny dance, so listen, man. I know this isn't the Just Too Sweet show, but I have to bring up, dude. I think it's horrible that Ric Flair has signed with AEW. I think it's horrible that they're highlighting this over anything else. Even MJF, it's overshadowing MJF, and it's overshadowing the product. The one thing AEW said they were going to do was to put over new talent, develop new talent, which they shouldn't even have had to say they were doing. They should have just done it.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, they hire Chris Jericho. Then they get the Big Show. Then they got Mark Henry. Then they got Arn Anderson. Then they got every single guy who got released from the WWE. And you hardly see any of them. You see Cesaro once in a great while. You see...
They just brought Big Show out this week.
Yeah, they just brought him out this week. I mean, I was surprised.
He's reuniting with Jericho, the Jerry Show.
Now, who's the guy? Rusev. What the hell happened to him?
He's around, but I think he only fights on one show now.
Oh, okay. So he's basically...
Well, they signed Flair just for Sting's farewell run. But,
So
but you know how Flair is now. Flair's like, well, I think I could have one more match. I want to fight MJF. I was like, dude, you're going to die. And he said, I wouldn't mind dying in the ring.
No, I think he wants to. And I think Tony Khan is shitty enough to allow it to happen. I really do.
There's got to be a fucking licensed boxing like boxing to let this guy do this. There's got to be something.
In New York, you got to have an athletic license, and you have to pass a physical, and you will not pass it if you have a pacemaker. It will not happen. I can tell you that right now. It will not happen.
I don't want to see Flair. I don't want to see Undertaker. I don't want to see Hogan. I don't want to see these guys fight anymore.
No.
Just enjoy your retirement and let us remember you as glorious characters.
We got to have the new guys. And, John Cena made himself a legend and got himself over in the last 20 years and made himself a superstar. There's no reason some of these other guys can't do it. Like LA Knight's on the way. As much as everybody likes him or hates him, he makes news everywhere.
And speaking of John Cena, real quick, because now they announce him as the greatest of all time. I don't like that at all.
No, that's way too premature. Like John Cena, I am sorry, is not.
Good night, Jaime. Good night, Jaime. Thanks for taking my job, Jaime. See you later.
Buenos tardes. No, John Cena is not the greatest of all time, Tim. Cena. I don't even think John Cena should be considered the greatest of all. I mean,
that's how he's announced in the ring. It really upset me. I was like, why are they announcing him like that? That's bullshit.
Because everything is WWE Universe and everything is da 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 da, and it's like every announcer sounds like Michael Cole, and it's like, it's like, why do they have all these guys sound like Michael Cole? Like Michael Cole is the worst announcer there ever was. He is the worst play-by-play guy, in my opinion, there ever was. And all these guys sound like him. None of them have the Jim Ross approach. None of them have the Gorilla Monsoon. None of them even have the Vince Monday Night Raw.
By the way, it's only 2 months away from MJF being a free agent, but I don't see him leaving at 8. I don't see WWE giving him the freedom he needs.
I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting. Would I be surprised if MJF stayed? No. I would not be surprised at all. Now, that being said, with everything new going on and Triple H having complete control and Vince not in the picture and Endeavor telling Triple H, you're basically the dude. I mean, it's not even Nick Khan anymore. Like, Nick Khan's really got nothing to do with it. He was on his way out anyway, I think. I know he still has something to do with the company, but Triple H knows talent, and so does Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, there you go. He's got more power now. Like, and thank God they do, Tim. They should. These are
and NXT is still technically the number one show.
It is technically the number one show, and I can't believe that Tony Khan actually thought he beat them in the ratings once.
Yeah,
and, like barely beat them, and like I can't believe that he actually thought. Oh, by the way, that whole Wembley Stadium thing. Are you seeing more and more as the weeks go by how the attendance is going down?
Yep.
Like it went from like 85,000 to 81, then to like 78, then to like 72.
Meanwhile, that Will Ospreay guy supposedly got the attendance that was first announced tattooed on him, and now it's wrong.
No, it's wrong. Now he's walking around with a tattoo that says like 88,000 something,
Yeah.
whatever. You that Osprey? Are you that dumb?
He's
like,
supposedly he's finally coming to America. They said, but he's going to go AEW.
Oh, of course he is. Yeah, because he and Omega are buddies. He's not gonna get rid of. He's not gonna not be where Kenny is because they got like that love-hate relationship thing going on.
I don't want to turn this into Just Too Sweet, but I just wanted to let you know that my friend Grogan, you know him.
Oh, Steve Rogan.
He wants to come on for Survivor Series talk before Survivor Series, but he had a pretty good idea.
What is it?
He wants us to make our fantasy Survivor Series teams, and then maybe we'll put them against each other. But he's like, we shouldn't don't just pick your normal. Like, I'm going to take Macho Man and Triple H. You should really try to mix them up as far as.
That's a good idea.
One guy from different era, and then like maybe like one whacked out fucking character. Like you got to have. Like I would have Macho Man, Triple H, AJ Styles, and then Zodiac. You know what I mean? You got to have like one stupid character in there.
Yeah.
Like just have some fun with it. I just think I'll throw it to Eric, see if he likes it, and maybe
I think that's a good idea.
And he wants to come on. He wants to come on and do it with us.
Okay, I'm into that. I'm definitely into that. We should do that. Around Survivor Series. I mean, it's coming right up, a couple weeks, right? So
yeah, a couple weeks.
So let's plan on doing the Grogan Survivor Series team show.
Cool.
I think that'd be cool. I think we should do that.
Yeah,
I'm totally down with that.
And tomorrow's Crown Jewel, 1:00. Me and Dave are going to do the pre-show at 11.
Oh, cool, nice. That should be fun. Is that like a every 6-month thing now?
What, Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, the Crown Jewel thing.
Well, there's two. There's two every year now.
There's two every year. Okay.
Yeah, they get paid their billions of dollars to go down there, and then.
I was gonna say I don't even want to know how much those Saudi princes are shelling out. I mean, they got what, billions and billions of dollars.
And then they, that's the only problem. I think that's where Vince started fucking up. He would get his billion from the sheiks, and then skate the rest of the year, which is why I think creative suffered from that. Like, I got my billion. I don't need to write a fucking script.
Yeah, no, he doesn't need to. No, he doesn't need to. No, yeah, he's actually yes, Lauren. You can speak.
Speak.
I could be Johnny Sack. Speak. Wasn't that great when he'd answer the phone? She's fucking shaking up my soda.
That's what you get for telling me to speak.
I'm imitating Johnny Sack from The Sopranos.
Yeah, well, you're about to imitate the geyser.
The geyser?
Yeah.
Johnny Sacrimoni.
Don't disrespect Johnny Sacrimoni over here.
Yeah.
Hey.
Do you want the other light on?
No, it doesn't work. I took the light bulb out of it. A little gift from your friends at the Bada Bing Club. I got to rewatch The Sopranos, man. That was such a great show.
Every January I do. Every January I watch The Sopranos.
Give me your just random three favorite, not 3 episodes you really like a lot. Not necessarily your favorites, but just give me 3 random episodes that are go-tos for you. Like if you're just gonna jump through and go to an episode, give me 3. Just give me 3. 3 that you like.
Off the top of my head, shit. I like the one where during Christmas time where they flash back to when remember they want Tony to put the suit on. I mean, they want Bobby Backlund to wear the Christmas suit.
And then it flashes back to when Pussy had to do it.
They flash back because that's when they started figuring out that Puss was probably wired a lot longer than they thought he was.
Yes.
And they flash back to when Tony and Puss were just regular soldiers, not in charge. I really like that episode.
That is good.
Fuck. I like Johnny Sack's wedding, the daughter's wedding episode.
Yep, that's good.
I like that one. I'm trying to think now. I gotta get season 2 in there somehow. Oh my god, there's so many to pick from. I don't know. I have to like really. I I don't want to say the usual Pine Barrens, where everyone loves the Pine Barrens.
You know,
It's obvious everybody loves the Pine Barrens.
It's a good episode, but it's not one of my favorites. I actually like. There's that one. Oh, fuck. You're right. Why did I asked you a very difficult question? I can't
It's a
even
hard
answer
question.
myself. I should have been able to answer it myself, and I can't. How about the Pile My one there, where the episode where Ralph burns her in the. And
yeah.
That's a good one.
That's where he kills Ralphie.
Yeah, at the end, yeah, that's right. He does. That's a good one.
I know which one. When Bobby Bacala Sr. comes out of retirement to kill that guy.
Mustang Sally.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And he gets killed. Yeah, I like that episode a lot because it shows a lot of different things going on. Yeah, I mean, there's so many I like.
Oh, yeah.
You're better off asking me which ones I didn't like. I could probably name those quicker.
Yeah, boy, I might be. I didn't really like the one. I guess I can't say the whole episode, but I didn't like that whole Father Phil into Tola or whatever. I thought that was
because
dumb.
you know why? Because Carmela was a hypocrite then.
Yeah,
she's bitching about Tony doing his thing, but she's trying to bang a priest.
Yeah,
it's like, what the fuck? Don't pot in the kettle, lady.
And then he was just like going around to him, to Rosalie, to everybody, just getting free meals.
Yep, he was a whore.
He was a whore. He's a food whore.
Oh, I know one of my favorite, Marco Polo, when they throw the party for Carm's father. Remember that one?
I think so. It was outside.
Yeah, and they're in the pool party and the barbecue and
yes.
Yeah, I really like that episode. It's one of my favorites too.
You know what? It's starting to come to me. Yes, that is a good one.
No, but Tony's twirling the sausages and his in-laws are embarrassed by him, and even Carmela and him are separated, but she takes Tony's side, yelling at her mother, saying, I didn't know you were a closet Italian hater.
Yeah.
This and that. I really like that one because I hate Carmela's mother.
Yeah, I don't like her either.
So the fact that Carmela put her in her place, I fucking love that.
Wasn't she the mother in the Jerky Boys?
I don't remember the Jerky Boys. The movie?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. I haven't seen that in so long.
I haven't either, but that's what I feel like she was. I feel like
she was Karen's mother in Goodfellas, and she was annoying in that role too.
Yes, she was. Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh my God. Goodfellas or The Godfather movies?
Ugh. I'd go Godfather.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd go Goodfellas.
We're talking about. I mean, don't forget you got 3 movies though against 1. So
yeah,
I would definitely take 1 and 2.
I still got to take Goodfellas over any one of the 3. I really do.
Okay, that's good.
I really do. I don't know. It's just something. I don't know. You ever see?
Oh, I love Goodfellas. I'm not saying that, but The Godfather to me is still the greatest movie ever made.
Think so?
I think so.
Man, I just didn't resonate with me.
Fuck Gone with the Wind and
Gone with the Wind sucks.
All these overrated bullshit movies from back in the day.
Like, and they don't even like the back in the day movies that they fawn over. Like the African Queen isn't even Bogart's best shit. It's like, what was it, Maltese Falcon or whatever the hell that was? That's a good one. Is that the name of it, or is it?
Yeah, the Maltese Falcon. Yeah,
that's a good one. And there's another one that was good too. The Big Sleep. That's a good one. That's another go. The Bogart, dude. Man, he is looking at you. Kid.
The old fucking what's his name? Cagney movies were great. All the gangster Jimmy Cagney gangster movies.
Yeah,
those are all great too.
Let me tell you something, you rat.
Yeah, the way they fucking talk. Everyone talked like that back in the day, though.
Oh, everybody did. Yeah. The Edward G. Robinson movies, Little Caesar, see,
yeah, all those like that. I love.
You're gonna get one over on me, see, copper. You're not gonna do it. You tried, see, and you failed.
Meanwhile, nobody talking like that in real life. It's like, what the fuck? Where is this coming from?
I don't know. Like,
you join the mob and you have to talk like that all of a sudden.
But didn't guys? I don't know. Like, I kind of feel like. I don't know. I kind of feel like if you thought you were like tough and cool, like back in the 30s, like you talk like that. Like when you went up, like say you went like to the deli at the Big M, and you're like, yeah, see, I want a salami sandwich. See, you're gonna put mustard on it. You're gonna like it. I want it on
Weird.
whole wheat. I don't want it on rye. If I see it on rye, I'm gonna take you out back, see, and throw you in the dumpster.
And they had that. Every person had that quick, fucking talking delivery. Like, hey, what are you talking about? Hey, what are you? Everyone talked real fast. It's like, why are you talking so fast? And how did you know what I never understood? How did you win an Oscar back then? Because everybody would talk the same.
Everybody acted the same. Like
Yeah,
you ever
so
see,
how the hell are you winning an Oscar?
you ever see like when like the whole like dramatic like they'd always like go, no, don't,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
it was
over
like
dramatic. Like fucking
way
what's her
way
name?
over.
Betty Davis.
Betty Davis, Catherine Hepburn.
You know, it's like, dude, calm down.
Yeah, and then like even like some of the like early Twilight Zone they still kind of acted like that.
Yep.
Like it was way over the top, but the Twilight Zone is still great. Like I love the Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone is great. It's still creepy as shit.
It really is, and it's fucked up that it's the older it gets, the creepier it gets. Like because Rod Serling was so fucking far ahead of his time. As far as, like,
yeah, he was.
I mean, like, oh my God, it just blows your mind. Like, and all the shit that, like, you know, I mean, I know nobody's clairvoyant, nobody can see the future, and Nostradamus is fucking bullshit. But it's like the shit by the science of deduction and the, you know, the process of studying society, as Serling did, he kind of foresaw like outcomes that could happen, and some of them have. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's kind of cool though. Like
the one with if you had to pick a Twilight episode that you would probably end up in, like which one would it be, good or bad?
if I had to pick a Twilight Zone episode that I would end up in,
yeah, I don't mean that you want to be in. Just like I'd fucking be in this episode because that's just the way things work out.
One that I would end up in,
yeah,
I would probably end up in. Oh man, it's one of my favorite ones too, and I can't remember the name of it. It's The Grave. With it had the coolest names. That episode had the coolest names for people. There was Johnny Robb and Mother Shed and Connie Mack, and you know, they had like the gambler and the fucking rickety fucking bartender and the fucking dopey fucking guy that played the guitar, and then they had the mouth runner, and then the evil outlaw, and then the fucking. I could see myself being in that episode. I really could.
See, now me, with my luck, like I said, I would end up in the Burgess Meredith episode.
Which one?
With the nuclear war, where he finally has time to read every book he wants to read, and nobody can bother him. He's the happiest man alive.
Yes.
Then he breaks his fucking glasses and he can't see.
That
would be my fucking luck.
I thought you were talking Mr. Dingle the Strong when they turned the ordinary guy into like superhuman strength of the two aliens would. That was a funny one.
Some of those episodes are just they're fucked up. Some of them.
They are. A Passage for Trumpet. That was fucked up. You ever remember that one where the trumpet player? What's another fucked up one? I was thinking about this the other day because I was rewatching a lot of them. Oh Jesus Christ! An episode in season 5 where that rockabilly guy was going out into like the swamps to buy a song from somebody, but like the record player kept playing like the story about what was going to happen to him, and he ended up getting killed, and like it's fucked up. It's fucked up. That's a fucked up one too.
Yeah, Sterling was definitely doing some really good fucking acid back in the day because he came up with some wacky shit.
You know what I think it was? I think it was trauma. I think he was so traumatized during the war, and given that he's already like intellectual, I think it just like spurred some kind of like fucking like creativity in his cerebral cortex, if that's even a word. You know, it did something to make his thought process like zing. Like I don't know, it was great though. You ever watch? Speaking of the Twilight Zone, a lot of people don't know that there was an 80s Twilight Zone and a 2002 Twilight Zone, the last of the season.
I never saw that one.
Dude, do yourself
Well,
a
what's
favor.
his name? Doesn't he brought it back too? What's his name?
Oh, Key and Peele there.
Yeah, he brought it
Jordan
back
Peele.
too. Jordan
You
Peele.
know, they were okay, but Jordan Peele's just like, when you get your fingers in too many pies, you know how it kind of gets stale? Like,
I saw the fucking one with the replicas. The hell was that called again? Like Get Out was okay. I didn't see the last one with the aliens. The one before that with the what the fuck's it called? Hang on, I gotta see what his name was now.
oh, fuck. Well, Lauren, did you like the new Twilight Zones when they were on? The Jordan Peele Twilight Zones. Did you like them? It's not on anymore, right?
Oh, Us. Yeah, it's called Us.
The octopus one she liked of the new ones. What are you talking about, Tim? Us as the series?
No, it's a movie. The Jordan Peele movie.
Jordan Peele. Oh, we're talking Jordan Peele movies. Us. No, I didn't see that.
Well, because you're talking about Jordan Peele getting, like you said, dipping his toe too much. And I thought Us was fucking horrible.
Yeah. Terrible.
Horrible.
Wasn't good at all.
Like Get Out was all right. I haven't seen Nope yet. Nope's the alien one. But Us was just like, what are you talking about? I understand you're trying to be the new king of horror. And I'm sorry, I'm taking my socks off. You're trying to be the new king of horror, and you can write a good script, but Us like was just fucking terrible.
It's like he's trying to be like M. Night Shyamalan meets who did
Sterling meets it's like
who did that? Rodney King? Not Rodney King. Who did the who did the
who definitely wasn't Rodney King.
Tyler Perry.
It definitely wasn't Rodney King.
He was trying to be like Tyler Perry, M. Night Shyamalan, and Steven Spielberg all rolled into one. It's like, dude, just pick one and go. Like, I don't know. Jordan, what?
He said something about wanting to do Gargoyles.
Oh, he wanted to remake Gargoyles, which is something. She's a huge Gargoyle, the cartoon from Disney.
The cartoon, yeah.
I got to admit, it's a great cartoon. And that's one of her favorites. But he was talking about remaking that. It's like, you know what? Stop fucking with shit. Fucking stay with one thing.
You know what? At least move on from this. You made 3 horror movies.
Yeah.
Move on. Because I said I haven't seen Nope, so I can't judge it. But I just thought Us was just horse shit.
I bet it sucked. Just by proxy, I bet it sucked. Yeah. But yeah, I saw the Octopus Twilight Zone one that he did, because he did like what, a season, Lauren? I don't know. I think he did like a season. But Tim, do yourself a favor and go on Paramount, because Paramount has all the Twilight Zone series that ever was made. Do yourself a favor and watch the whole series of the 2002 one. Dude, they're fucked up. They're good. They're really. Forrest Whitaker does the Rod Serling part.
Really?
Excuse me. Yeah. And he does a good job, because he's just Forrest Whitaker.
Okay, now was it Twilight Zone or was it a different show? Tales from the Dark Side, where the kid from Charles in Charge is getting bullied, and he gets this creature. He finds this book or something, and he gets this creature to do his bidding, and then he the creature gets rid of the kid's bully, but then the kid doesn't understand something. Like, once he does your one thing, he moves on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
But the next one happens to be the kid he just helped, and he chokes the fucking kid out. That's how it ends. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah. I thought that was the Twilight Zone.
Was it the Twilight Zone? I know it was either Twilight Zone or Tales from the Dark Side. Was
it Willie Ames?
Not Willie Ames. The kid with the glasses from the first Charles in Charge. The
dorky one. Yeah. Maybe that was Tales from the Dark Side.
I'm gonna look it up right now, because that's gonna.
Yeah, look it up. I gotta know that. I almost want to say it was the Twilight Zone, but boy, I'll tell you, the '80s one was good, but the 2002 one, man, like, there was just some crazy fucking episodes. Like, the magician one was fucked up. The one where, like, they send their kids off to this, like, camp, and they end up turning them into a tree, mulch. Like it's fucked up, man. Lou Diamond Phillips is a pool boy. George Costanza's in one of them. He's like in the hospital. They remake. Is it The Monsters Due Out on Maple Street, or is it the one where I can't remember what it is? But they remade one 3 times. They did the original one, then they did it in the 80s, then they did it in 2002. I can't remember which episode.
I think the one I'm talking about is a 2002 Twilight Zone.
I think you're right.
I'm trying to find. Fuck, man.
I think, yeah, because maybe it's 85 Twilight Zone, because I remember what you're talking about. I don't think it was Tales from the Dark Side.
It might, you know what, 2002 might have been. I think it was the 80s one, because that kid, he was still just a kid.
Yeah. Now, going back to all right, I got something good after.
No, go for it. Play it, because I'm still.
Well, do you remember? Of course, you remember Tales from the Crypt.
Of course.
My favorite Tales from the Crypt, and I know it right off, without even having to think about it, is the one with the chop poker. You ever see it? Has like Kevin Teague and there's some other guy, and they're like rivals, and they end up in the same town again, and they start gambling and shit, and the one guy starts fucking the other guy over, and he's like, we're going to settle this once and for all. We're going to play chop poker. So if you lose the poker hand, you fucking lose a finger. And fucking they end up fucking chopping all their fingers off. You found it? What is it?
It is Twilight Zone.
Is it 85?
Twilight Zone 85 to 89. Episode name, The Shadow Man.
The Shadow Man. That's it. That's the one.
Now I'm going to fucking watch it on YouTube. It's on YouTube, and I'll watch it later. Yeah, he had the control of the Shadow Man and made him do whatever he wanted to help kill his bullies. But then the kid he was bullying got a hold of the book, so he thinks Shadow Man's coming to help him. But fucking at the end, he grabs him by the throat. That's how it ends. It's like
that's how it ends.
I think, that's fucked up, dude.
So that was 85 to 89,
especially 85, because I was 10 when I watched that for the first time. I was like, dude, this is not good.
Yeah, we were 10. I thought it only so that was on a couple seasons then.
Well, let's violate some copyright.
Yeah.
See if I can find that.
See if you find that, because it's on Paramount, too. Do you have Paramount?
Yeah, I have Paramount.
Yeah, so all the Twilight Zones are on Paramount.
Let's just see.
Yep, they're owned by CBS. CBS, Sonny. Yeah, but I like the Tales from the Dark Side. Tales from the Crypt, the chop poker one. That was so good.
There it is.
Well, how about if Annie,
let's see some of it.
Indiana and do your homework.
Oh, it's already ringing a bell.
Is it popping up? Yeah.
No, you gotta share it. You gotta bring it. What do you gotta do, like that? Nope.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. Oh shit! I fucked up. That one. Yeah. The nerdy kid from Charles in Charge.
And then at the end, look right to the end.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, everybody.
What are you doing here? I couldn't help but overhear you with Arick, and I thought maybe I'd come over and help you with algebra. You?
Was this the whole
Or
episode?
English, anything you need.
You came over here at night?
Are you gonna invite me in?
Episode
We
10.
can go for a walk. You know, it's a nice night.
No. Come on in.
I think it's the whole episode.
Where's the Shadow Man?
There he is.
There he is. He's waiting for him. Oh, so it's just half the episode?
Yeah, it's not the ending.
Weak.
Fuck. Let me go back. Let me see.
Your father and I could understand this behavior when you were younger, but you are 13.
Yeah, you're 13.
You are 13.
There
young
is
man.
no Shadow Man, you dick. Hang on, let me see. I gotta see if I can find it.
Yeah, I remember that kid. He was on the first season until they changed
It changed the whole families.
Changed the whole family. Got the bitch from Baywatch.
Yep, Nicole Eggert. Yeah.
And the middle girl who became smoking hot.
I figure he's been living in the woods, eating squirrels and birds.
There isn't anybody that goes out past
This
that
it?
anymore. In fact, my dad told me that Mr. Kemper's going to close the movie theater at night, so still show
Look at
up.
the 80s party, man. Look at the 80s party.
He's really moving.
Oh, there he is.
He thinks he's helping him.
Uh-oh.
Should have kept after him. You could have caught him.
Uh-oh.
Well, I guess there are plenty other guys out there for you. I don't blame you for not knocking yourself out.
Wow.
Something the matter?
This scared the shit out of me as a kid.
This is creepy.
Don't you recognize me? Hey, you said you'd never hurt me. You promised.
The Shadow Man. And I will never harm the person under whose bed I live.
Well,
But I am a Shadow Man from under someone else's.
Oh, a different Shadow Man.
Yep.
That's what it was. So he found one.
Yep.
Oh, you fucked up.
And it just ends with this kid getting choked out.
Yeah, dangling like fucking like Andre with fucking, the referee or something.
Yeah, I remember that's the episode I remember the most from the Twilight Zone from back then, and it scared the shit out of me.
All right, so we'll see. Since we're violating copyrights, I have to show a clip of the chop poker.
Do it.
From Tales from the Crypt.
Dude, my favorite Tales from the Crypt all time is Christopher Reeve when they cook the people with Judd Nelson.
Ooh.
Remember that one?
I barely remember it, but
they have the failing diner, and Judd Nelson kills the meat delivery guy and starts serving him up to the customers, and they all fall in love with the meat. And like, oh my god, it's the greatest! And the place becomes a huge popularity from eating fucking people meat. That's a good one.
But like I remember it, but I don't remember it like verbatim. I'd have to watch that again.
That's on YouTube, I think, somewhere.
Well, Tim, you're going to be happy to know that I have found our old friend, the Crypt Keeper. And
that's what it was. The Shadow Man under the bed. I wasn't the book. I thought
Shadow
it was
Man under the bed.
I thought it was one where the book controlled him, but it wasn't. It was just living under the bed.
Here is the one it's called Cutting Cards. Now I'll skip around because
after a night of slithering through the sickening slime of my crawly crypt,
look at him.
I take a tip from the Marquis de Sade. He likes to unwind with a little red-hot poker.
Oh my God.
Tonight's tale from my collection of terror tomes is about a couple of real sharpies who'll do anything for a stab at the jackpot. So, ante up, fellas. The game's about to begin.
So they start out like they do Russian roulette. They hate each other.
$10,000 I took off you last time we met. Of course, I was still driving around that caddy that I won off you now, wasn't I? Always wondered how you explained that one to your wife. But she already run off with that piano player?
Oops.
Maybe I ought to just leap over this table and wipe that smile off your face.
I got a tip for you, Reno. You take on everybody that laughs at you, you're going to have a lifetime of work.
Nobody laughs at me.
Sure they do. They all laugh at you.
They laugh at your wife. They laugh at your clothes. They laugh at this dumb redneck cowboy way you got it talking and thinking.
You're working me, Forney. You're working me.
Yeah, I'm working you. No doubt about it. I love watching you itch. Heard you went bust in Vegas.
You heard wrong.
Really? Well, a lot of people told me about it.
Where the fuck is it?
Deal. Only one problem. You're broke.
I got
There it is.
$100 in my pocket. I ain't asking you.
I got a 44 out in the glove compartment of my car.
This isn't the thing, though. This is how they get to do the chop poker. There ends up being a dud. Nobody gets killed.
Let's do it. No backing up.
Yeah, let's do it, Reno.
All right, this is gonna take too long. Let's get to one of the choppings.
Right out here in front of God and everybody. If you like, I'll go first.
It's all right with me, Sam. It's your gun, so long as you don't mind. I'll be the one that spins the chamber.
There we go.
There you go. Right there, buddy.
Chop poker.
Now, how creepy is this, Tim? Look at this. They're playing poker, but they got like there's a nurse and like the dealer. There's like a fucking, there's a butcher knife.
So wait, get your fingers chopped off?
Yeah, when you lose the hand.
Fine by me. No chips, no pot. Just play the hand and see where it falls.
No problem. After that little Russian roulette number, I'm the hot one now. I've always been the lucky kind of guy.
You're in a lot of trouble, Reno. 3.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of kind of trouble. I'll take 3. Don't mind if I do.
Huh.
You still feeling okay, Reno?
Don't mess with me, Sam. What do you got?
What do you got?
2 pair.
Oh.
3 ladies. I feel great. I'm sorry it took so long to answer the question. Which finger?
Oh boy. Check this out, Tim. You ready?
Careful, only one.
Oh, that's gotta hurt like a son of a bitch. Yeah, so anyway, dude, that's the chop poker. That was always one of my favorites. You know, because what was cool about it, it was like HBO, and like you never knew what was coming on, and you knew it was going to be great because it was bad.
Of course.
You know, back then, you know what I mean? It's like, because taboo was taboo back then, and, you know, anything you could do to get whatever.
Did you know what show I missed? First and 10. Remember that show on HBO with the football team?
I remember First and 10.
It was a football show, but, again, we were young, so it had sex, and it had, all kinds of nudity. Fucking phenomenal show.
Awesome show. Awesome show. They had a lot of old NFL stars were in and out of it.
And Shannon Tweed was the main chick in that. Mrs. Gene Simmons.
Yes, Mrs. Gene Simmons. She was in that. Yep.
She was a model pre-Gene Simmons, and she was in that show, and she was great.
She was great. Who else? John Matusak was in that.
And a lot of the old guys were in there.
Was one of the Golics in it?
I think so.
Boy, I'll tell you, that was a long time ago. Like, the old HBO was so good, man. It had so many good shows, like Video Jukebox, Fraggle Rock, fucking all those things. Tim.
Yes, sir.
Can you believe we've already hit an hour and 13 minutes?
That's because that's what we do.
Of pure goodness. Of pure,
Dude, OJ was in that show.
He was. OJ was in First and 10. You got a clip of it?
Let me see. This is just a TV theme. Do they have all the cast in it?
They should, right? In the beginning? Or is it like one of them things where they show it at the end?
There's OJ.
Yeah, there's OJ.
Oh, I remember Delta Burke.
Delta Burke.
I think Shannon Tweed replaces her later on.
Don't remember him. Cliff Frazier, yeah. Donald Gibb, Ogre. Prince Hughes, I don't know. I remember that guy. I don't remember him being in much else.
It got better with Shannon Tweed because it got more sexual.
That's the Crypt Keeper. Oh,
Devo.
Tiny Lister. Devo.
Zeus.
Yep. Tony Longo. Joe Schrader. Robert Costanzo.
Fucking OJ.
Did they announce OJ? Did they list him?
They didn't even list him yet.
John Matusak.
Yeah.
And OJ Simpson. T.D. Parker, that's right.
Where's this? I'm not losing my mind, right? Shannon, that's the show that Shannon Tweed was on.
What season was that you were just playing?
I think that was the first season.
So there was like what, 10 seasons of that?
Oh, look who was on first and 10.
Hey, what the hell are you doing? Towed away this BMW. It's my car. Not according to the bank. Sorry, pal. I'm just doing my job. What's going on, man? This lowlife is trying to repossess my car. It's my job. I got a wife and family to support. Yo, well, I suggest if you ever want to see that wife.
Oh, there's Tony Longo.
Book this car, or else. Hey, Junior.
Bam, bam.
Pop. Hey, Waldron, you ought to pay your bills, man. If that guy's got a sister, we could fix her up with Ernie.
Bam Bam.
Bam Bam. Dude, Bam Bam was so great. Why was Bam Bam Bigelow so great?
Flames on his head from Jersey.
Yeah, exactly. That's right there. He was had flames tattooed on his head, and he was from New Jersey.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. That was a good show back in the day.
I liked First and 10. We're missing a couple shows though. We're like, there's a couple more key.
What was the one? It was just all sex. This is what watching it as a kid, it made it fantastic. It was with the couple that split up. Fuck. You know what? I gotta look it up too.
Was it Real Sex?
No, it wasn't Real Sex. It was
that was like a documentary thing,
That was a documentary. This was a comedy show.
Couple split up.
What the hell? Oh, let me see. HBO.
Doctor, no. Remember the oh fuck.
Yeah, remember this?
Let's see it.
1983 opening credits.
That's what I wanted to.
This one though. No, what the hell is this?
Is that with the city? And the music?
Yeah.
The orchestra and then the flying HBO?
This is the one with the model, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I was telling you. I wanted to play the other night. That's what I was telling you about. The feature presentation. You got it? Oh, fucking put it up, man.
This is one of them.
Yeah, fucking put it up. What happened to your thing?
Oh,
you took it away. You gotta share it again. Cool. I want to see this. Tell me this doesn't bring back memories. If this is what I'm thinking. Look at that.
And you go around the O now. You go around the O.
It goes.
Yeah, that's great. The Fall Guy.
The Fall Guy.
Dude, I think now I'm getting all hyped up. We should do a show just on fucking TV opening credits.
We should. TV intros?
TV intros.
TV intros. I think we should make that. Let's make the announcement. Next week's show is going to be on TV intros. Drop. You know what they should do? They should get on Pop Culture Pros and drop their favorite TV intros, and we'll choose the top 20. How about that? How about that? How about that? Yeah, we're getting to an hour and 20 here, Tim. I think we ought to wrap this Friday night free for all up, man. We had a good time.
That's
Who's
a
this?
new name. That's a new name.
Yasmina. Hey guys. Oh, she's been around. She was an early fan of the show. She hadn't been around in a while.
Oh, okay.
How you doing, Yasmina? She's I believe she went to school up here. I think her brother is Ishmael. Yeah. Yep.
Do you remember this one?
Very nice girl.
Remember this?
Lee Majors.
Hell yeah. Heather Thomas? Come on.
Is that who it was?
Oh yeah.
Is he still alive, Lee Majors? Please tell me he's not.
I believe he is.
He's got to be 90 years old. Douglas Barr. Holy shit. Hey.
Did they not show them in this intro?
There's the truck.
How do you not have Heather Thomas in the intro?
That's a pretty long intro.
Yeah, it's getting shut off.
No shit.
Dude, the whole intro should just be fucking Heather Thomas.
It really should be. That's pretty much 3/4 of the reason.
She was like next level back in the day.
All is well, Yasmina. All is well. Thank you for popping on.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do next week, Tim. We're gonna do, even if nobody sends her, we're gonna just do our own top 20. We're gonna.
I'll put out the message saying who top 20 TV intros of all time.
And they can be from any. You know what? We'll make it any time, but just don't focus on like the last 10 years. Go back like 40 years to
do some fucking research.
Do some research. Do some cool shit. Use YouTube for what it's meant to be. Is the greatest media tool of all time, and do some research and get your favorite TV themes. Get your favorite.
I tell you right now, it's gonna make my list. BJ and the Bear.
BJ and the Bear. Oh, Yasmina, thank you. You're absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate that. BJ and the Bear, huh?
Yeah, BJ was a great intro.
It was a good intro. I don't hate it. I gotta say one of my favorites has got to be WKRP in Cincinnati.
WKRP is a sweet one.
Yeah,
Chips.
Chips is great.
Dude, Chips is just funky as fuck. I love Chips. The opening of Chips is fantastic.
And like the Moog or whatever they're using, the
Yep.
That was good. That was good. What
Chips
about
Chips is gonna make the list?
Oh, fucking Dukes, dude. Come on.
Yeah, whether you like it, yeah. What up with the fucking racist stuff? The Dukes is a great intro.
It is a great intro. I think they've dropped the whole racist thing.
Even the Love Boat, great intro.
Dude, the Love Boat might be. Dude, the Love Boat is in contention for the top theme of all time.
Come on, everyone knows the fucking Love Boat.
And it's so great. Like when they introduce the stars, they're just like,
yeah, they'll pop up in that little circle.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Love.
So good. We have a little preview then for next week, and I'm going to make sure.
Preview?
I'm going to put out the Pop Culture Pros chat of the Pop Culture Pros page, and I'll have the boss.
Yasmina has a good one here. That is
there
a good
you go.
One.
The A-Team is another good one.
The A-Team, that would be on there. We'll do that one just for you. We will put that on there just for you.
Yeah, whether it makes
put it in.
We'll play
put it in the chats. Put it on Pop Culture Pros group and give us your favorite TV themes. And we're not only going to play them, we're gonna critique them, and we're gonna see what's right and what's wrong, what's good, what's bad.
This is where you're going to see the difference in ages.
Oh yeah, because
you, we're gonna put Chips, Love Boat, Knight Rider, A-Team, that kind of shit,
And then, like some of the kids will put on like iCarly, fucking
Younger kids are like
Calissa explains it all, fucking
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. It's like, what?
Fucking what's another one? I know there's I don't know Rugrats.
I already know the greatest of all time, but I'm not going to say it. I'm going to save it for next week. My personal greatest.
Your personal, save it.
I'm going to save it though.
Save it, yeah. I'll save mine too because there is one more that I like better than the Love Boat, and
there's one that I think is the greatest ever, and I'm going to save it for next week. That's a good tease.
That's a really good tease. We're always good at dangling the carrot. You know what I mean? But anyway, Tim, what a triumphant return on Friday Free for All we had. It was great. I look forward to you guys downloading us and listening to us. You don't always have to watch us. You can download us. And obviously you can't see all the chicanery that's going on, but you can listen to us because I from what I understand, we're funnier on podcast than we are in person. So, hey, if that's your cup of tea, drink it. Go right ahead.
I guess it means we're ugly.
Well, it might, but you know what? We at least we don't look like Don Owens. So anyway, that's going to wrap up the A to Z program tonight. I want to thank everybody on this list who came over and stopped in and said hi. I want to thank everybody who tuned in and didn't talk. Tim, thank you for coming back and putting together the greatest comeback show of all time. And then again, it might be. So anyway, tune in next Friday. The greatest TV themes of all time. Tim's going to hook it up in the groups and in the chats. We're going to get our the talent and the pop culture pros themselves, and then you guys. We want to hear from you what you like the best. So drop them. And we might go over 20. We might go 30. We might go 35. It might be like something like 42. We don't know.
If it's like Christmas last year, we'll do fucking 150.
We'll just keep going.
300 on 3-hour Christmas spectacular. That's coming up, by the way. That's how fast the year went.
That is how fast the year went.
It felt like we just did a 3-hour fucking Christmas extravaganza.
And we have to do it again.
We do.
We have to do the 3-hour.
What haven't we done yet, though? We've done songs. We
did songs the one year.
Movies,
we did movies last year and TVs last year. So what are we going to have to do this year? We might have to. We'll have to figure that out. I'll talk to the boss. Usually it's just me, you, and the boss. And,
maybe like Christmas.
We didn't do cartoons or anything or like animation, did we?
I'm trying to think of how to put it into words. Christmas. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We have a month. We
have a month, and Steve's got a lot of whiskey, so I'll have to take some uppers that night to stay awake. But anyway, we're gonna close it out. I want to thank everybody again. Tim, do you have any parting words for our beautiful guests?
Yes, tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., me and Dave are going to be doing the pre-show for WWE's Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. It starts at 1 p.m., so we got to do an early show. The next week, we start all over again. Tuesday, Just Too Sweet. Granny's PC is always on, and then everybody else.
Yeah.
Those are the guys.
And mostly us. Well, Unsportsman likes fun. Unsportsman likes fun. These guys have a good time. I'm on that show. And I already forgot. Yeah.
Well, it's a good show. Well, you got to look for like Don and like Black Lincoln. They go on whenever, wherever, and we never get to see them. I want them to go. Why don't Black Lincoln go live?
I don't think they could.
I want them to go live.
I don't think they can. I think they can't go live. I think they have to be rehearsed and edited because
I want to go back. I like the show. I want to go back on it, but I want to do a live thing.
Yeah, I never got to be on it yet, but you know what? Now I don't think I'm gonna. I think if I get an invite, I'm gonna decline it. But anyway, on that note, we're closing out. We're getting out. We'll see you next time on the A to Z program right here. Do it. You know it. Everybody knows it, and you deserve it. Peace.